Greetings from St. Joseph College Seminary. Good to be with you. One of the things that we did last year at this time is kind of give you an update on how we closed the year and things we were going to do in the summer. So we just thought it'd be a good idea to do that again, to kind of give everyone that is with us on this particular adventure a bit of an update. And so at the end of the year, this year, we had 9 men graduate, which changes the house dramatically. You imagine that if you're a house of 25 guys and 9 leave and a whole new cadre come, it's wild, but it's also exciting because not only did we have 9 men graduate and all of a sudden they're walking around in a Roman cassock, but we also already ordained 3 new deacons, 2 of whom were from St. Joseph's here. And I went to the masses where the deacons did their first preaching. And so St. Thomas was Chinonso, who was the only seminary that was a deacon that was not from St. Joseph's, and a wonderful, wonderful man. And then Christopher Brock and Peter Raschelelli. And so I went on Sunday to each of the masses to listen to them preach, and the thought just sort of overwhelmed me that it's begun. We sort of released them, as it were, into the wild. It was not easy to place that many men in parish assignments this summer because we have some 25, 30 men to put into parishes. Before they go to their parishes, however, we do a Spanish immersion here. So what we're doing right now is this entire house changes into Spanish only. And so we bring in our native priests that speak the language fluently to come in and do Holy Mass for the men, and then we have some of our own local teachers who come and do an immersion program for all of our theologians. It's great. There's a lot of life going on. And part of that life is working on the ground. The summer affords us a time to be able to do things we can't do during the year because we have both the time and the manpower to do so. And so the St. Joseph workers, in exchange for room and board for the summer, they give me a week's worth of work, and right now they're doing a patio over extension where the barn is. You remember the barn? That's the place where we actually filmed last year when all it was some trees that got knocked down. And now the barn is there, so it's a fantastic barn, but a place for the guys to do all sorts of things. They have a place to sort of lounge there and eat, and they have games there, and they have a patio and a weight room and a wood sort of working room, and then all kinds of storage, and it's just fun. It's a great place for them to be away from the house and have their own sort of man cave, as it were. And then of course we have, by virtue of the generosity of so many of the faithful this year, we were able to do some things that we wanted to do, but we simply didn't have money for. So when we ended the last capital campaign, I didn't have enough money to really do the grounds, and so we've done everything, as you recall from some of our other videos, we've kind of done everything ourselves with the help of Randall Rami and others, Joel Stroop, but the manpower has kind of been ours, and it's difficult to do some of the work that is just a bit beyond us, like actually repairing the field and making it a worthy field to play on. And so by virtue of just one donation, actually, we were able to redo the entire football field. So now it's got proper dirt in there, it's all amended, sprinkler system, and all the sod down for the men during the year, because we couldn't really play on the field because there's so many rocks in it. You were dared to fall and slice yourself open. So speaking of progress, last year, as I said, we were just across the field there, and we were standing in the midst of fallen trees, and now there's a beautiful barn. Now we're standing on the pad that was prepped in the last construction project for the future chapel. And the bishop has graciously released us to begin the capital campaign for the future chapel. The purpose, of course, is so that everyone can come. At present, as you know, it's a very small chapel. We will use that in the future for a larger banquets and a lecture hall and things like that. But this, on the ground level, will be a place where people can come and pray. So I'm literally standing where the entry door will be in the future. And so the diocese not only gave us permission to start, but also gave us a serious commitment of foundational money to fund this project, not completely, but substantially. And so we're exceptionally grateful for that generosity, that commitment, the future of the priesthood in this diocese. And at the same time, some of our friends at the seminary have stepped up without us really even asking yet, and began to give some seed money. So to
to that end, we're beginning this month the initial design work. We had a charrette about a year ago to kind of give us some idea of what would be the scope of the project and high-level numbers and things of that nature, but now we're beginning in earnest. So we're signing a contract within a couple of weeks with the architects to really begin the schematic design documents, and ultimately construction documents as we begin to kick off the capital campaign. So I just wanted you to look at the space, because in a couple of years, maybe 3 years at max, or 4 years at max, this might be a totally different space that I'm standing in right now. And so I will keep you updated every time I get some new information from our architects, or some fundraising information or things of that nature, and just keep you in the loop so that you can participate and watch this as it grows up. And I definitely want to do one of those time camera, lapse time cameras, so that we can watch this thing rise from the ground up when it comes to fruition. Blessings on you all, and thank you for all of your good work that you do in Christ's name. God bless you.